living in a crawling out of hell. Just a man just got my story to tell. You got ears to hear, I hope you listen well. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? What's going on out there, world? What's going on out there, YouTube? What's happening? Welcome to this fine Friday edition of BS with Hannas. That's me here on YouTube. A little morning talk show. What's good out there? The whole premise of this, you know what I mean? Well, I'm Nicky B. Hannas. That's what I call myself online. I'm a musician, fledgling writer, fledgling podcaster, if you will, talker, music, talking, writing. That's the creative stuff that I like. So I'm out here doing it. The whole premise of this show, I like to wake up, take a nice walk, read some good stuff, talk to the people. When I'm done talking to the people, I'm gonna go lift some weights. It's Friday, so I do like a hybrid chest and arm day on Friday. You know what I mean? It's the weekend, so I just like to get a nice pump on them glamour muscles, if you will. Chest and arms, fucking get high thumos out here, get high energy out here. But yeah, that's what I like to do, and then I'll go to work. Go to work and do the damn thing, man. I like to get on here, talk a little bit, you know what I mean? Hopefully share some things I've picked up in my life, contribute in a meaningful way to this vast expanse of people on the internet talking. So that's what I'm all about. What's going on? I got someone in the chat. Good morning. I've been MIA all week. I think the last time I was on here was last Thursday, I want to say. Just been busy. Super, super busy with all good things. When you're in the realm of music, creative things, sometimes those good things go well into the nighttime hours. And while I would love to be a morning person, and I'm more of a morning person now than I've ever been, I've never been much of a morning dude. You know, I was out Sunday night. I went out down to Delco. I may or may not be in a new band, which is pretty fucking exciting. I don't want to speak too much on it till we actually get going and I can say, yeah, I'm in this band. We're called this, so on and so forth. But one of my homies hit me up, said he wants to start a band that's just pure fuck you energy, some hard punk rock metal type shit. My boy and his drummer hit me up. So I'm like, dude, I'll play bass. Yeah, I would love to play bass. Bass is a lot of fun, dude. A lot of times I've been out in jam sessions and, you know, chilling with the people that I chill with. There's so many guitar players that come to jam sessions. And there's a lot of young people, younger bulls, and you can tell guys that don't really have a lot of experience playing. So when I'm in a room and everyone's jamming, I'm not in a rush to get up there and play. You know, I like hanging out, just chilling with the people as much as I do getting in there and ripping some guitar. So when there's people that don't get a chance to play that often and young guys who are still cutting their teeth, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Plus, everyone's a guitar player anyway. So what that's done for me is I've played a lot of bass guitar just over the years, just hanging out. So yeah, my man wants to start a new band. I'll play some fucking bass. And it was great, but I was down across county lines until about midnight Sunday night. So I wasn't getting up early enough to get on here and talk anything worth talking. You know, I still do the right things. I'm still reading my books. I'm still doing 75 hard. I'm still throwing weights around. I'm doing all the right things. Just this is an extra thing that I'm still trying to get regimented. And then Tuesday night, my dude had one of his bi-weekly dinner parties, which are beautiful events. I love doing that. And I went right from down there down to a jam session. So I got the whole Nicky B. Hannas live set from Rock and Romp a couple weeks ago. I got the whole audio back, and I want to release that shit. I want to send it out across streaming services and get it printed on CD. Played like 4 songs, 40-minute set, just some ripping, jamming, fucking high energy live music. So we were down there reviewing the footage, so to speak. And that's another night I didn't get home till about midnight. And since I'm doing 75 hard and I got to get that outdoor workout in, you know, if I get home at midnight, still have a half gallon of water to drink, got to drink it. Throw that weighted jacket on. It's 12:30. Looks like I'm out walking the streets till about 1:15. So it's all good. But that fucked up my Wednesday morning. It is what it is, as the saying goes, but it's a matter of importance. This is fun. This is important to do. I really enjoy getting on here and doing it. My man EMP hooks it up on the Patreon, so I'm obligated to do it. But, my apologies for the absence of the last week or so. But in terms of how I view the project, my projects in the plural in general, you know, I want to talk, I got to get out here and talk. I want to write, got to get on there and write. Want to There's an abundance of music right now. So I'm doing everything I want to, man. So life is good. Life is good as far as I'm concerned. What's up, BNP? Flexing that money? That's right. Friday payday. Just spent a lot of money. Shit, talking about money. I mean, it's a good thing my muscles are fucking flexed up because I'm pretty stretched as far as the money goes, man. Money's a motherfucker like that. Money's a motherfucker like that. And every time I take off work every now and then to do cool things, but man, I have it in my brain that I just work like a dog. So if I work like a dog, why don't I got big dog money? That's the foolery of myself, I suppose, which is why I'm interested in so many of the things I'm interested in. Because ultimately, it don't matter that much. I'm so fulfilled right now. This is what I was writing about on my Substack the other night, which you can find at substack.nickybehannas.com. Or is it nickybehannas.substack.com? I think it's that one. nickybehannas.substack.com, which I'm still building up. But, I was writing about inspiration. And even though I'm feeling pretty stretched with the money and I'm still working like a dog, doing the thing, you know, it's not demoralizing me like it has in the past, like it does for a lot of people. Because money is important, dude. Money is very important. And it's silly to say it's not. Everyone is like, money's not that important. It dictates everything we do until you have so much of it that you can really fucking be free. But I've never been in that position where I have so much money that, like, what's it like to have that kind of money? I have no idea. So I shouldn't even speak about it. I should be happy and grateful that I got what I got. And considering what I got, it's like, dude, I've got the Nicky Behanna's music project is firing on all cylinders. Everything is good. Everything is high energy, especially listening back to this live performance from a couple weeks ago. It's like, this is exactly like, you want to talk about fucking manifestation. I listen back to this and it's like, this is exactly what I had set out to do. And I am fucking blessed beyond measure to have this sick ass drummer behind me, this killing ass bass player with me to just get up there and do that. Fuck money. I mean? It don't matter. My homies hit me up to start a new band and it's like, oh, cool. This is a new energy. The Behanna stuff I write, I steer the ship. I bring the material to my drummer and studio guy and I call the shots. I'm the captain. It's named after me. Of course I'm the captain. Bass player, you get up, but these are the songs. Now we get on stage and we do it. But to like collaborate and write with humans again, to get outside of my own little paradigm, that's like exciting, man. It's been a long time. And it's a whole learning curve there. How do you write? How do you like, that's the first thing I asked. I'm like, well, this is our first session together. Let's write a song. Let's get this energy into something. Let's have a basic jump off point. So it's like, you guys write a song. How do you do it? What do you call the riffs? Is it an intro riff? Is it riff 1? Is it riff 2? Is it riff A? Is it a verse? Is it a pre-chorus? Because everyone writes things different. So it was super cool. I started teaching guitar. All of a sudden, I'm a amateur fledgling guitar teacher. One of my homies' kids is 13. He wants to learn. And I'm like, well, your boy's listening to System of a Down and Metallica and Megadeth. There's a lot of teachers around, but why don't you teach them? Look, we're tight, homie. I've been playing 20 years. Let's see if it's worth anything. Let me sit down with your boy and teach him some things. And that's been a lot of fun. Young Buck was learning on a bass amp. So I let him fucking plug into my little Fender practice amp with some heavy distortion on there, some high gain. And I could just watch this 13-year-old kid, his whole face changed. His whole face changed because he's like, oh, palm muting means something. So this is what a power chord sounds like. And that's a cool fucking thing. Fuck money. You know what I mean? Like, there's times a day to worry about money, but to me, maybe it's to my own detriment for me to be bent up about spending money. That's just low character. That's as low character. Yeah, I got paid today, and a lot of it went to student loan payments right there, which is in one sense, a racket and a hustle and a scam, a predatory practice in many regards. But I mean, I wouldn't trade the time I spent in college for nothing. I don't regret going. Shame on me for putting it off for so long. Now I got to pay the piper. It's all good, you know. If I get paid and I got to pay rent, shame on me. I live in a beautiful neighborhood in a beautiful crib with great fucking people. What a problem. You know what I mean? Like, be mad about that. Low energy, low character. Got bills to pay. Shit, it's cold out now up here in Pennsylvania. I took my morning walk today and there was frost on the ground. It's like 30 degrees out, 35 maybe. So I'm all bundled up. We got a propane heater in this big ass house that I'm in. That's an expensive bill. What a horrible, horrible thing. I should be. The trick is to mentally switch myself. And this is applicable. This ain't just me. This is just how I'm experiencing this phenomenon that all these motherfucking gurus out here, gurus, you know what I mean? These masters of thought, these powerhouses, these business people, these coaches, fucking whatever. And I like a lot of those dudes. But there's a disconnect sometimes because I'm just a dude out here trying to get after it, do my thing, man. I want to play my guitar and sing my songs and talk some shit, write some things that I think are interesting, you know, read my books, hang out, chill with my friends, be good to my people, do a good job when I'm at work. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not this business owner, CEO fucking cat yet, you know. I'd like to be one day, I think. We'll find out if I get there, see if I like it or not. But it's real easy to hear the millionaires and wealthy motherfuckers out here say it's not all about money. I know a guy that used to tell me that. He used to be like, man, it's not all about the money. You really just gotta do what you love. And I'm like, yeah, but you make a lot of money, man. You know, you could afford a house. You got a wife. You got a kid. Those are beautiful things. I thought that was the American dream, dude. I want that. And it seems as if it's unattainable, which does not mean it is unattainable. The perspective of it implies that. Well, what happens when you get laid off? It goes from not being all about the money, to now money is about everything's about the fucking money now. So I don't know. That's just funny. EMP, you just happened to send that dollar emoji in the chat. You got me spiraling about it. Because fuck yeah, man. I mean, I would love all these things I'm doing one day to turn into money because money can be turned into freedom. And then once you got freedom, what do you do with it? You know, freedom to or freedom from. There's only so much freedom from we can acquire in this life, you know. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. We live in a society, so there's things that come with that, but you know, freedom to do what? Hopefully good things. And all of a sudden I'm contributing in ways and ripple effects and third order like sequential things that I never, seeds planted 10 years ago are fucking starting to bloom and spring forth pretty things. And it's like, dude, this is awesome. This is that real motivating energy. And that's what it's all about, I think. And at all my good days. On other days, I'm looking out there like, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. But that's in the midst of it, it's still low character bullshit. So that's where I'm at on this fine Friday morning. Still doing 75 hard. I think today's day like, let me check my app. I'm on day like 40 something now. Last weigh in, I was down to 207, which is pretty sick. Started at 223, so I'm down to 207. That's pretty good. Today's day 45. Right on. That's a good thing, man. I just every single day, just a little something to chip away, move that needle. And I still got all the things in the world that I'm enjoying, you know? Fuck those couple things that bug me. That shit ain't important. And what I'm reading right now is like reinforcing all these things too. I've said it before on here where it's like I put an idea out and then it seems as if once I put that idea into the world, the internet, the algorithm, whatever, that idea comes back. Like I'm in a constant conversation with things. That's a really cool thing. The book I'm reading right now is Enthusiasm Makes the Difference by Mr. Norman Vincent Peale. And I'm really enjoying it because it's, everyone's so negative right now. Everything's so fucked up. Something I want to do right here, right? I found this thing online, which is, I just want to highlight my overall thoughts. And this is where I've been kind of dwelling the past year and a half, that counterbalance between negativity and positivity without being like a schmuck about being hyper positive. But I admire the people who are hyper positive. That one guy that's always just like, yeah, man, what's going on? How are you, man? Oh, yeah, everything's good. Like, I love those people. I want to be one of those people. It's just really hard. And my whole life, I've been like, I'm not the angry pirate, but I'm an angry pirate type of fucking dude. I got that. Just even hear the way I just said that, the way I talk, the way I look, the way I walk. I wonder how much of it's just straight up programming. Anyway, let me sing this coffee one time. Yeah, so I found this thing online. This is one of those like screenshots where it's all text. So I'm just gonna read it. And there's like a punchline here because it's like it goes from angsty and pretty negative and aggressive. But then there's a punchline which makes it nerdy and funny. So anyway, I found this thing, right? This is what it says. You have a favorite restaurant that you've dined at for many years now. You love it because they serve high quality food and are staffed by people who care about making the experience of eating at the restaurant good. One day, you notice a new item on the menu: slop. What's this for? You ask the waiter. It's for the pigs. Pigs eat slop. Over time, a second flavor of slop shows up on the menu, then a third. Then you notice that some of the old menu items you used to love now come with a non optional side of slop. All menu items are now designed with the pigs in mind, on the chances that one of them might try their hand at human food. The quality and preparation of this human food that's left on the menu also starts to degrade. When you ask the restaurant staff about it, they inform you that they no longer have the resources to make sure the human food is prepared correctly. They're too busy making slop. You notice that some of the restaurant patrons that you've become good friends with have stopped showing up. You stop showing up. You are upset with the direction in the restaurant and post about it on social media. You get two types of replies. One, I am a pig and I eat slop. Two, the restaurant is doing so well and has so many patrons. How can you be mad? Getting more customers into the restaurant has to be a good thing. The second comment is particularly frustrating because it naively assumes that the entire restaurant clientele wants the same things. But you don't want 5 different flavors of slop. You want human food that is prepared by people who are passionate about food and who care about the experience of dining at the restaurant being a good one. It's something you used to be able to get here, but you can't anymore. You don't care if there are more pigs eating at the restaurant now. You like things just fine when there were no pigs, and contrary to this sentiment, things have gotten worse for you in the restaurant, not better. And then the punchline here is I wrote about what it feels like to be a competitive Magic the Gathering player for the past 5 or 6 years. But that point is there. And this is like the outside world shit, right? That's why I bring it up. It's all slop. And we could talk and wax and wane, rant and rave, piss and moan, bitch and complain about how it's all slop. But what's that do to your enthusiasm? As I read, enthusiasm makes the difference. What does that do for your enthusiasm? Are we going to be excited about slop just because the pigs are? Nope. It's hard. But that's the hard part. What I need to do, what I've been trying to do for myself is change the kind of person I am. Who you are is more important than whatever. There's a whole series of side spirals about that. But what do you do if the fucking slop is running the world? Because it is. Like it is. Turn on your TV, So as I'm reading Norman Peale, he's Norman Vincent Peale's book, Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. This is a good excerpt from there. He mentions this guy, I don't know who he is, but James Freeman. So in this book by Norman Vincent Peale, he says, James Freeman, who writes potently, says, we live in a time of revolt against reason, revolt against beauty, revolt against joy. Artists dribble paint out of paint cans onto canvas. Sculptors weld together pieces of old iron and concrete they have scavenged from a junkyard. Musicians blow klaxons and bang tire irons for symphonies. Poets babble trivial obfuscations. Philosophers prove by reason that reason can prove nothing. And he continues with not so much gentility as one might expect of a philosopher. He continues, life stinks, people say. Especially the intellectual people say this. Sophisticated people, educated people, the people who read books, even more the people who write them, the artists and scientists and teachers and scholars. For them, life stinks. And I find that to be motherfucking true. So smart, we're stupid. Lots of real smart, stupid, miserable people out here. Lots of real smart, stupid, miserable, negative motherfuckers out here. I say it with no sign of irony. You know? So the whole point of Mr. Peel's book is that enthusiasm kind of changes that, you know? He says he's not writing to intellectuals. He's writing to the mass of American people whose simple faith is that life can be good. Simple faith that life can be good. That's where we got to be. That's where I'm trying to be. That's where I'm trying to get to, where I'm trying to stay once I'm there. Because I'll get there sometimes and it's just a quick glimmer. And then the triggering occurs and then it goes away. So it's hard, you know. So how do you remember that life is good? You know, Mr. Peel says, so don't depreciate life by enumerating all the things that are wrong with it, by enumerating all the caveats and different flavors and subspecies and subgenres of slop, in other words. Don't depreciate life by enumerating all the things that are wrong with it. Things are wrong, and something has to be done about them. But focus mentally upon all that is right. Life is mighty good, a lot better than not having it. A lifetime on this wonderful earth doesn't last very long either. It is here today and gone tomorrow. So love it while you can and be full of enthusiasm. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's true. To me, that seems objectively true. Focus on the good, more or less, fuck the rest. And that's a recurring theme of the stuff I'm trying to talk about. I find it to just be very true, man. I'm so, I'm fucking blessed right now on this fine Friday. Coming up on my time limit. I got to go do some chest and arms, but, do it with enthusiasm. That little excerpt right there sounds like thumos to me. What's that one definition of thumos I had talked about on here before? The spirit. Thumos. Spiritedness. What is the spirit? To be alive. Spirit is the thing that compels life. To be alive rather than not alive. That's exactly what that's a different guy writing about the same thing right here, Life is good. It's a lot better than not having it. To be alive rather than not. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm thinking about on this fine Friday morning. I'm going to roll out of here, but had to get back on here one time and spiral out a little bit. Fuck that slop. Stay high energy out here. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me on this fine Friday morning. It's been a fine episode of BS with B. Hannas. That's me, Nicky B. Hannas. You want to find my music? NickyBHannas.com. NickyBHannas.bandcamp.com. Nicky B. Hannas on all streaming services. You want to read things I write, and you go to NickyBHannas.substack.com. You can find this on YouTube, BS with B. Hannas. Goes out to Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Apple Podcast, so on and so forth. You can find everything on NickyBHannas.com, and everything gets posted up to Patreon.com/NickyBHannas. Everything I'm doing out there. If you want to support the mission, there's an option to there. Fucking A. So on and so forth. Anyway, I'm out of here. Crawling out of hell. Nicky B. Hannas for Happy Friday. One love. Peace.